Okay, the next section that we are going to go through is the awards for citizenship and grades. Awards for citizenship and grades. Citizenship awards that are given at the end of the year are earned by the following criteria. 3 E's each 9 weeks, with a minimum of 2 coming from core classes. So if you get an E for all of your 9 weeks from at least 2 of your core classes, you can earn awards. The principal honor roll is for 1 year at Holt, and students earn either all A's or all A's and B's in the marking periods. So that's making all A's and B's, especially in your core classes. That's very important. And the presidential awards are for 2 years at Holt, earning all A's or A's and B's in the marking periods. And if you earn all A's, you get that gold presidential award. If you get all A's and B's, you can earn that silver presidential award. I also believe that that's heavy in your core classes as well. So math, science, social studies, and language arts would be those core classes. Okay, moving on to grading scales, progress reports, and report cards. Something that you guys are always asking about. When are they coming? Parents are always interested in them, so we definitely need to go through those. Student achievement will be assessed on a regular basis. Every day you're getting grades from your teachers. Grades are intended to reflect the extent to which a student has achieved course standards and objectives. So have you fulfilled learning those standards and how to do those specific standards within our curriculum? Students' grades will not be inflated through the use of bonus points or extra credit. So all the time I have students coming to me with grades that are maybe lower than what they wanted because maybe they didn't turn in their homework or they weren't taking some assignments seriously or asking for help when they needed it. And I always have them asking what they can do for extra credit, and we do not give extra credit or bonus points. So you have to do the work when it's assigned. The following grading scale will be used. An A is a 90 to a 100, a B is an 80 to an 89, a C 70 to a 79, a D a 60 to a 69, and an F is a 59 and below. Should be pretty standard from what you've had at your previous schools. Parents will receive 8 formal grade reports during the year at the end of each 5 and 9 week grading period, 4 progress reports, and 4 report cards. So you've got 4 of those progress reports telling your parents how you're doing in the middle of those grading periods, and then your report cards, which are those final semester and quarter grades. There will be little variance due to some of the encore classes being on a 12-week rotation. So some of your encore classes will end at a different time, and Mr. Morningstar will release those grades once those encore periods are let out, and you'll have more information about that. Just was in a meeting with him today, and there's still some questions about it, so we will take it as it comes. Okay? Grades for citizenship. Holt Middle School is concerned about the education of the whole child. So that doesn't just mean, are you learning how to do your times tables? Are you learning how to read? Are you learning how to write? Are you learning about social studies topics? Are you learning about how to be a scientist and make those different experiments work out for you? But we're also teaching you about how to behave and how to behave as an American citizen, as a citizen of our school, as a Holt Husky. The Holt staff growth is responsible, ethical citizenship is considered as important as academic achievement. So being responsible, being ethical, that's just as important as making those good grades. The Holt staff seeks to teach and model behaviors and attitudes which would be acceptable in any public setting. Holt students are expected to follow school rules and learn and demonstrate socially appropriate behavior and attitudes at all times. To assist parents in knowing about their child's citizenship at school, teachers will rate students each quarter on their demonstration of integrity, respect, and responsibility. The following rating scale will be used. E is exemplary. Behavior would be Exemplary integrity nearly always does the right thing and follows the school rules even when not directly supervised. So even when no one's looking, you're doing the right thing. Attitude, exemplary respect, nearly always considerate and kind towards others, displays outstanding manners and self-control. And work ethic, exemplary responsibility, nearly always goes above and beyond what is required. S would be the level below exemplary. That means satisfactory. Behavior generally does the right thing and follows the school rules, even when not directly supervised, though may have to be reminded at times. Attitude is generally considerate and kind toward others, usually displays good manners and self-control. And work ethic consistently does what is required. So you're doing pretty much what you need to do. You need a little bit of a reminder here and there. N needs improvement. Behavior frequently, several times per week, does not do the right thing or follow the school rules, especially when not supervised. Ooh. Attitude is often, several times per week, inconsiderate and unkind toward others, displays weak manners and minimal self-control. And work ethic, often, several times per week, fails to do what is required. It's hard to earn an N. You almost have to try to be rude to others and not follow directions. So you really should be striving for at least an S. But going to that lowest rating, U, unsatisfactory. Behavior does not do the right thing or follow the school rules several times per day, even when directly supervised. Attitude is inconsiderate and unkind toward others several times per day, displays very poor manners and little self-control. And work ethic, frequently, several times per day, fails to do what is required. I see very few U's, and I expect U behavior to disappear after the first week when you know exactly what is expected from you. U behavior is oftentimes a most definite phone call home or office referral. So please make sure that if you think you're doing something that might be a U or even an N behavior, try to reconsider that. Note, students with an N or a U citizenship ratings can be excluded from field trips and other more unstructured school functions. For the safety, enjoyment, and well-being of all, it is essential that students be able to follow directives and treat others with respect. Parents will be notified if their child is to be excluded from such an event, so it could keep you from doing something fun. Moving on to promotion and retention. To be promoted, that means to be bumped to the next grade level. For you guys, that would be 6th grade. A student must satisfactorily complete the school's regular program of studies and pass a minimum of 75% of 4 core classes: math, science, language arts, and social studies. So you have to get at least a 75%. The student must receive a passing grade 60% or above in at least 6 of the 8 core semester classes. Note, it is almost impossible for a student to fail if he attends school regularly. So if you're here, you should be able to pass. Pays attention in class, uses time wisely, completes homework assignments, and has parents who monitor his progress. So if you do all of those things, you're good. For this reason, parents are urged to intervene quickly if they see that their child is struggling or failing in a particular class. So if you don't think you're doing well and you're not happy with your grades, speak up. Talk to your parents, talk to your teacher, see what you can do. Remember, bonus points, extra credit, that's not a possibility. But what do we need to be doing to be more successful in the future and to bring those grades up? Technology. This is something that's huge in my classroom. We use technology all the time. This is very important. Holt embraces technology as a critical 21st century skill, and students have access to a wide variety of electronic media. For students to access the available technology, they and their parents must sign the FPS Technology Agreement. Students who abuse computer privileges and policies will be subject to modification or revocation, that means taking away, of computer privileges in addition to other possible consequences. So that means if you're not using technology properly, it will be taken away from you. So even if your classmates have the opportunity to use technology, you will not. That really, really hinders your ability. It hurts your ability to be successful, especially in a class like mine where we use it every single day. We're using it right now. So make sure that you are being a responsible member of our technology, our body of technology using students, I should say. Make sure that you're doing exactly what you're told to do. Make sure you're doing everything that you know is appropriate. I always say, if you wouldn't want your grandmother to see you doing something, don't do it. And make sure that you're being respectful of things that do not belong to you. And that is the end of this section.